Hello everyone, and welcome to my Facebook Live. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday night. I know it's a little bit different than our normal Monday nights, but on Monday nights or next week. My name is Joyce Whitman. I am an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and I go by Stampin' Scrapper. I can go on to my blog and you can get to my store from there. You can see how to become a member of my Joyful Butterflies team. I'm just going to talk for a little bit to see if some people will hop on here. How is everyone doing today? It was nice and sunny in Ohio. It was so nice. We get a lot of cloudy days in the winter. We call it, I'm in the Dayton area, so we call it the Dayton Gray. But it was great to see it. I did get to get the kids outside for a little bit today, so that was nice. These little angels of mine, I don't know if you guys know, but I do have a daycare. And I've done that for over 30 years. And in I call my angels, and my little angels have been cooped up a long time. We've been really cold in Ohio this year, so it was nice to get them out and get their energy going. If you could possibly share this, I would really appreciate that so I can get my name out even more. I'm going to go ahead and get started today. I have a short project for you. I was going to last night do a really neat project I had in my head, and our power went out. So we didn't get power back until 10 o'clock last night, and at that time I was being lazy on the couch and half asleep at that time, so I went to bed. So I just made a cute little one today. We are going to be doing these cute little Easter projects. What it is the lint candy. These are the lambs, and I have the ducks too. This one I had a full one out, but this is the ducks. So I'm going to show you. We're going to do the lamb one today. But aren't these cute? And oh, the candy's so good. So I make little holders for these. So we're going to make these tonight. We're going to do the little lamb one. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, I was hoping to do a better project, so I'll have a nice project. Actually, my project for next week, you got to come back because I am doing the home, my class on Sunday is we're taking a frame and I'm doing the home, and every circle, the O is going to be a different one for each month. So I will show you guys that next Monday. So make sure you come back and check that out. I can't wait to share that with you. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to set this little guy right here. Can you still see him if I set him there? Okay, let's see. Can I get both of these in? Maybe I can get both of these little guys in here. There we go. Okay, there's my phrase again. There you go. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to use Flirty Flamingo paper. Okay, let's do the scoring first. Here's my scoring tool. I'm going to have to move this little guy. Okay, so what we're going to do is this paper is 4 1/4 by 7 inches. So on the 4 1/4 side, we're going to score down at 1 inch. Now remember, because this is cardstock, we can use our little end, not the big end. You can use the little one. So I'm going to score that at 1 inch, and then I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to score it at 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 5 1/2, and 6 1/2. And that's all the scoring that we have to do tonight. All right, put that away. Now, what we're going to do is on this section that has the the 1/2 inch piece, we're going to come up here and we're going to cut this. Get rid of that. And then these we're going to just cut up. I'm going to just take off a little bit. And then I'm going to go up here to this one. Do the same thing. They just will fold in a little bit nicer if you do that. Can you believe the celebration is almost done? Oh my goodness. I'm definitely going to miss some of the products that they had out this year. What is your favorite product? What is your favorite product from Celebration this year? I was just trying to think. I'm pretty sure mine would probably be the butterfly paper, but there was a lot of them that I really liked, and I've used a lot of them this season. So we're going to go ahead and use our tear and tape, and we're going to put it right here. Don't forget my little trick about the gift card. Oops, backwards. So we're going to put it here, and I'm just going to put it on this 1/2 inch section right here. There we go. And then I am going to, this is going to be the front of my box. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put tear and tape on this flap. I'm going to do it on the flap that's going to be in the front. I'm going to do this again. Okay, now, so we got the tear and tape on. One thing we want to do, though, is, oops, let me put these back now and move those. See our little circle here for him to peek out? Hi, Debbie. Thank you for joining me. Oh, from Michigan. We're in Michigan. I am originally from Traverse City, and I moved to Detroit many years ago. Gosh, how many years ago? 31 years ago? And that's where I met my husband. So, okay, so for our little circle here, what we're going to do is we're going to be using the layering framets, layering circle framets. And we're going to take this one. It's, I think, the second smallest one. Yes. And what we're going to do, so to help me, so I knew I had it positioned right, from your bottom score line here, I am going to mark 1 inch. And I try to get it in the middle as close as I can, but just put a dot there. You just want, let me get my ruler out of the way. There we go. Okay, we just want a little dot right there so we know what we're going to do with that, where to put our framelit. So let me get this stuff out of the way because we need to bring up our big shot. Okay, let's get our magnetic platform, which I love, and our plate. South of Kalamazoo. I have a really good friend, Carla, that lives in Kalamazoo, and she's also a demonstrator. Okay, nice area. All right, so see how, I don't know if you can see where my little circle, my dot is right there? There's my little dot. Let me see if I can move this up. Okay, see, there's my little dot right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the edge of my framelit right there on that dot, and then I'm going to have it centered between these two lines. So I need to go over just a little bit, I think. Get it back up. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it and put it through the big shot. And that is going to make your circle exactly where you need it for both the lamb and for the chick. Let's put that down. Okay, put our framelit back on there so we don't lose it. Okay, so now that we got this cut, we'll just throw that little piece away or save it if you want to use it for something else. We're going to go ahead and varnish our lines. Hi, Mindy. Thank you for joining. How are you tonight? Okay, we're going to fold this up. Oh, let me get these two little guys back in place now. I move the big shot so you can see what we're making tonight. Okay, so what I have done is I have, this is 4 1/4, 7 inches. I've done my scoring. I've done my cutting. So now I'm going to put this little guy together. And I'm going to pull off this tear and tape. And again, because we're making a box, just fold this down here. And then if you fold this, it will match up perfectly. Voila, there you go. Perfect. Okay, now, one thing I did learn when I was doing these two boxes, if you don't put a little bit of tape on these, when you're trying to position your little lamb inside, sometimes this flap will pick up inside, like it'll go up like this, and it's just a mess. A nuisance. That's a good word for it. It's a nuisance. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of tear and tape on these two. I just want enough for them to stick to the back flat. It doesn't have to be a lot. And we're going to put that one down. And then we're going to take off these for, whoops. Okay, so they're not sticking. So I'm going to use my bone folder to tap them down. They're sticking. Okay, let's take our tear and tape off. There we go. And there. And we're going to seal it like that. So there you go for that. Now, to decorate the front, I am going to take a scrap piece of Whisper White and a scrap piece of Petal Pink. For my white, on my white, we're going to use the stamp set, Itty Bitty Greetings. What I love about the stamp set is you get 30, see if I can turn it so you can, it's not shining, but you get 32 stamps in this one set. How awesome is that? Look at those. All these awesome, there's another whole one. Now these are our cling. These aren't the, are not the cling. These are our clear stamps. So they're not the cling, but they also fit perfect, some of them in the classic label, which we're going to use. So let's go ahead. I'm using the For You tonight, and I'm using Flirty Flamingo. And it doesn't really matter if it's straight or not because we're going to be cut this out, and I think I did stamp that. And you know what I did? Oh, I'll have to clean that later. My chamois sheets cloth is way over on the other side of the room. So I was using it earlier. You know what? I don't like how I stamped that. Let's redo that. Can you see I didn't get a good solid stamp there? Flip it over. And this is one reason why you always, what I want to say, stamp before you put it down, before you cut it. You always stamp it first because you can do like I just did and flip it over. Now I'm going to show you a little trick with the classic label punch. So you can see on here, it's not that big, but look how long this is. So how did I get it that small? Well, let me show you. First of all, when I slide it in, my For You, usually if I'm doing it and I want the whole thing, I'm going to put it in the middle. This time I'm going to go to the end. I'm just trying to line it up here. Okay. Well, this didn't go all the way to the end. What am I going to do? So this is fun. You stick it in here. Now you can go two ways. You can go this way, stick it back in and pull it up like this, or you can go in the other direction. But you're going to put it in there and you're going to bring it to about where you want it. And that's where I want it because my flower is going to stick on the end. So then I'm going to punch it, and there I have a label, a sentiment, and a tag just the same, the size you want. So I want to put a flower on it. And what flowers I am using tonight are these. They are called the Bitty Blooms Punch Pack. And you can find those in the Occasions catalog, page 25. They are part of the Happiness Blooms suite. And there's this beautiful paper in here. And see the stamp set? I love that stamp set too. I've used that quite a bit on projects. And here is the Bitty Blooms Punch Pack. And if you get that with this stamp set, you can get it for 10% off as a bundle. And I love these Happiness Blooms enamel dots. I cannot talk tonight, my goodness. I love this suite so much, I bought all of it. Shh, don't tell anyone. But here is the stamp set that goes with it. Really pretty. And it's full of polymer, so you can see where you're exactly where you're stamping. But here are the four. This one, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it's for. I think this one is for ribbon. I don't know, can you see? See, it's got a circle. And today I was looking at, I think that might be a little leaf. I think that's what that is because the flowers are so little. That's the only thing I can think of why it's there. But we're going to use this. No, that's not the one I want. I want this one. This is the one. Whoops, I covered up my little check. I used this one. Do you see it? I use this one for my green one. Oh, I gotta move them over. And I'm gonna use this one for our pink one. Okay, so I'm gonna punch 3 of these out. This is a great way to use little scraps of paper. Okay, now I need my glue dots. Now for this one, I want to put my glue dot on the end of my sentiment. Oops. The punch is on back order. Oh no, I didn't see that on it. I just looked. Oh no. Is it the bitty punches that are on back order, Michelle? Or is it the classic label? There we go. We'll put it there. Darn, I didn't realize that. I apologize. I'm using a product that's on back order, but they're worth the wait to get them. Definitely put them on your order, and it's worth the wait to get them to come in. All right, so now to put this on, I want to pop it up. So I am going to flip these over and put on the mini dimensionals. I love these, and the reason I love these so much is because I used to cut my big ones when I needed them, and now I don't have to. So what I did was, you can use either end. I'm using my take your pick tool. You could use a spatula. I am going to use for me, I like the pointed part better. And I just pick these up like that, stick them on. And I'm going to put 2 on this one, on the sentiment. Okay, now we're going to take this off, and we're going to use that take your pick tool one more time, and I'll show you. Okay, we're going to put this little guy just like, kind of at it. Whoops, I'm sorry, I can bring it back up. Kind of at an angle, I'm going to put that little guy. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to take off my other end, and I'm going to take off the backing, and I'm going to pick it up with a sticky part, my end tap part, and that is easier. I don't know if you can see. Let me lift this up so you can see it. Okay, so what I did is, see how it sticks? So I'm going to just come back and, oh, there's tape on the back, so it's a little bit harder to pick up because I got sticky on it. But you pick it up with the tacky part, and you put it exactly where you want it. And it is so much easier, especially me with my nails. It is easier for me than to try to play with it myself with my nails, trying to pick it up. It's easier. Alrighty, so we're done with that tool. Put those away. So now what I do the rhinestones the very last thing, but we're going to go ahead, and what you do is you take the insides, push them in with your fingers, and you're going to bring these together. And you got to kind of use your fingers to push this in a little bit. There we go. And there is, it's going to be close. And we're going to close that up here. Now, I have 2 of these. These, Stampin' Up! Used to sell these. We don't have any of our, I don't know if the 1/8 inch has sold out yet. If it hasn't, now's the time to get it, because I do know they are not going to be carrying it anymore. So this is the 1/8, and this is the bigger one. That's a basic one. Now on these 2, I use the bigger one. And so you can see it a little bit. So I'm not sure if I like that or not. So tonight, we're going to use the little one and see how it works, if I like it. If you know what, if you don't like it, you can switch to the bigger one. It's a lot easier to do. Oh, center for the flower and the leaf. Thank you. Michelle, I got the candy at Target is where I always find those too. And I have to show you while we're talking about the candy. I also found these. Look at this, bugs and bees. I got to come up with some cute holder for that. So that will be coming up. And then look at these. Look at these little carrots. How cute are those? And I got to, oh, it's taped. But if you can tell, it has a little handle on it, so it looks like a little umbrella. Adorable. So I will be playing with those too. Like I said, I had things in mind that I wanted to make more than one, but with the electricity out, and my daycare kids were very active today. I was only able to do a quick project today for you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to take my ribbon, and for this one, I am going to use our metallic edged in the silver and white, and I'm going to use, oh, where's my ruler? Because I don't have my regular grid paper on here. I want to use 6 inches. That's what I cut. Okay. Grab my scissors. Cut there. I like this ribbon a lot. I use that a lot. That's one of my go-tos for white. Okay. Now we want, yes, I want the folded edge to go in through the front. So I'm going to use my paper piercer again. Remember how I did that the other day? Let's see if I can stick both of them through. Oh, this might be a little tight because I'm trying to do both at once. I don't know if it's going to work. Where's my tweezers? Let's see if I can pull it through. Okay, with the little one. Don't do 2 at once. It's not going to work. Okay, so I want to put this through the front. So let's do this. With this ribbon, it just might not work with, oh gosh, I put a hole in it. I'll cut that off so it don't matter. Okay, let's see if we can get this other piece through here. I may have to do the big punch. Oh, but I think I got it through. I did, yay! Okay, so we want to make sure that this is straight. And we're going to take our tails and we're going to put it through our loop. Again, straighten out your ribbon if you want it to look nice. And don't worry if you fray the ends like I did, because we're going to trim it. There. Yeah, that worked. Yay. Okay. Oh, the pack of 4 is the ones that are on back order. Cool. Estimated date is April 1st. Awesome. Thank you for the heads up on that, Michelle. I appreciate that. Hi, Patty. How are you? Thank you for joining, Patty. Okay, and I'm just going to, whoops, I want my ribbon scissors. I have a pair of scissors that are just for ribbon cutting, and I have my ribbon tied on here so I know that's ribbon only scissors. Do you guys have ribbon only scissors too? Okay. You know what I just did? Oh my goodness. I put it together and I never put the candy in it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's take this off. I don't know if I'll get, yep, take it off. We'll redo the ribbon. Ah, the joys of doing Facebook Live. Okay, so we need one of our little lambs. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's take our little guy out here. And you do have to be careful with these not to squeeze them, because if you squeeze them too hard, they are going to break. So you got to be careful with that. So how I attached it on the bottom was I put glue dots. And again, I'm going to use this. And glue dots. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to put glue dots on the bottom of our lamb. Well, that one stuck to my finger. That's not going to work now, is it? Okay. Get on. I am having technical difficulties tonight. There we go. I learned not to, usually how I do glue dots is I just push them down. Yeah, I did that twice and I smashed my little lamb. And darn, I had to eat that poor little guy. I didn't want him to go to waste. You can't waste chocolate, especially Lindt chocolate. I love this. Okay, put one over here. All right, so now what I did with this adorable little guy, I don't know if you can see it because I got to lay him down, but I have his head peeking out. With the chick, he's just laying there, but the lamb, I have his head peeking out of it. I don't know if I can show it that way. Angle there. But when they're standing straight up, you can see the little head. So I'm going to go ahead and take him, and for me, it's easiest if I lay him down and position him where I want him. Now this little guy, I want his head out. So I kind of held him like this. I don't know if you can see. I kind of held him up and then pushed him down on the bottom so his little head would be sticking out. You see how I did him? See inside, he's at an angle. There we go. Now you can see him. Okay, so let's do the ribbon again. Oh, goodness, Joyce. Okay, or as my daughter's boyfriend Nick calls me Joycey Joyce because my daycare kids call me Joycey, and everyone else calls me Joyce, so he calls me Joycey Joyce. Crazy guy. Okay, so we're going to do this again, and we're going to go this direction. Okay, well, we know we can put it through there that it fits. So let's do the first one. Okay, let's do the second one. I don't know if you guys have been on my blog, but and I would love it if you would go check it out. And I will have the measurements tomorrow for this, so you don't have to go looking for it or try to find it on here and replay it 50 million times. I will have on my blog the measurements and the score lines. So you're going to put this one through. But if you've seen my blog, you will know that I have been working on getting a place for my first retreat. And guess what? Today, I finalized it. I am going to be doing my first retreat in the fall. I cannot wait. Details to be coming soon. Okay. So, and I will let you know, customers in my team get first choice on coming. So if you would love to get a chance to come to my one-day retreat, it's going to be called Holiday Extravaganza. Place an order with me. Go to stampinscrapper.com and go to my store, and you will be on the invite list for it first. I cannot wait. Oh, I'm so excited. I have so many ideas going through my head. So now I'm going to do rhinestones on my flowers, and I'm going to use the middle ones, not the real big ones or the tinies. I'm using the middle ones. And again, I'm using my tool. There we go. And there you go. And that is how easy it is to make this project. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Cute thing, easy project to make a little lamb look adorable and great. I know people will love to get these. Oh, I've got to tell you this story quick before I get off. Remember last week I had made those, no, I did not, I'm sorry. My team, I made little boxes with chocolate in it for my team, for their team meeting. And I had made up a bunch of extra ones. And I took them with me to the nail salon, and I handed them out to people. And then I went to get a coffee, because you know me and my coffee. And I went up and, I was getting my coffee. And this young lady, she was probably, I'm going to say 17, maybe 16, 17. She just looked like she was so tired. She had been working all day, and I had one left. And I got my order, and I handed it to her, and I said, here, this is for you. And she went, what? And I said, yes, this is for you. Enjoy. Have a little bit of chocolate on your break and enjoy. I thought that girl was going to cry. She was so excited. And that warmed my heart so much that I made someone happy with my little 3 pieces of chocolate in my little box that I made. It was so cute, and she was just so appreciative. And that just lifted me up for the whole day. I'm like, yay! So you will see me make lots of little treats like this, because I do usually have them with me, and I hand them out wherever I go, especially at Christmas time. I make little ones and hand them, because sometimes those people, all they do is get yelled at. We don't want that. So there you go, the cute little kit. And thank you for stopping today. I hope you guys have a great night. And I will be back again next Monday. I don't remember the date. But I will be back next Monday at 7 p.m. Thank you guys, and have a great night. Bye-bye.